Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning. Today is Friday, October 16th, 2020, and this is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. We have a lot of important information to go over from President Trump, Nancy Pelosi, and Mitch McConnell. So in today's video, we're first going to go over how during a town hall meeting on Thursday night, President Trump said that he is ready to sign a second stimulus package, and if he and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi are able to strike a deal, then ultimately Senate Republicans will get on board and pass it. Next up is we're going to go over how Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had their best meeting in months yesterday, and they finally agreed on a number of aspects in the second stimulus package that have been holding negotiations up, specifically with regards to virus testing. So they said now they can move ahead and get the deal signed and passed. And finally, make sure to stick around until the end because Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell officially broke with the White House on stimulus negotiations on Thursday, saying that Republican lawmakers won't support a massive stimulus bill that the White House and Democrats are negotiating. He said that even if White House and Democrats agree on a large bill, he's not putting anything up for a vote in the Senate that is more than $500 billion. So we're going to go over all of this and more. But before we get started, it would really mean a lot if you could like the video down below and subscribe to my channel. It's completely free to do so, and it currently says about 50% of you watching are not subscribed. So if you'd like to stay up to date on the second stimulus check, second stimulus package, as well as other news updates, then please be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $20 when you download the M1 Finance app as well. So, during a town hall meeting on Thursday night, President Donald Trump said that he is ready to sign a second stimulus package, and how if he and Nancy Pelosi are able to strike a deal, then Senate Republicans will get on board and they will pass it as well. Trump said that he wanted a second stimulus package that was even bigger than what the Democrats want. He's been saying this all week. And in an interview with Fox News, he reiterated what he has been saying for a while and said that he would go higher than what Democrats want and that Congress must go big or go home. They need to pass a large second stimulus bill. He explained how he's negotiating with Nancy Pelosi and she only wants to do her bill, which is $2.2 trillion or nothing. And ultimately he said the virus and everything going on right now is not the people's fault and they need to get money out to them right now. In addition to this, President Trump went on to say that he wants the second stimulus package to be big and bold, and ultimately that if Nancy Pelosi and he agree to something, the Republicans in the Senate will agree to it as well. However, this is not what Mitch McConnell was saying, and he is the Senate Majority Leader. Mitch McConnell appeared to put an end to any pre-election prospects of a second stimulus bill passing, saying he had no plans to bring to the floor any package at $1.8 trillion or above. So this was completely opposite from what President Trump was saying. Right now, Mitch McConnell and President Trump are not on the same page at all. Moving on, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had their best meeting in months yesterday, and they finally agreed on a number of aspects in the second stimulus package that have been holding up negotiations for a while now. After their meeting yesterday, Nancy Pelosi's spokesperson, Drew Hamil, said the Speaker and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin spoke at 3:30 p.m. on Thursday for about an hour and a half. Drew Hamil explained how Treasury Secretary Mnuchin stated he would accept Democrats' language for the National Strategic Testing Plan with minor edits, and that language would be shared to everyone in the public today on Friday. He said how the Speaker looks forward to reviewing it and ultimately getting this passed. Mnuchin explained how he and Nancy Pelosi agreed to $178 billion overall for health, which is an extraordinarily large amount of money. He goes on to say that they also agreed with Democrats on $75 billion going to testing, contact tracing, and how these were the two main things that have previously been holding back a bill from passing. Nancy Pelosi has been adamant that there is a strong virus testing plan with significant amount of money in the second stimulus package, and now they finally agreed to this. So Mnuchin said ultimately what they've been focused on for the last 2 weeks during negotiations is the language around testing, and now this has been agreed upon. He said that ultimately he wasn't going to let testing issues stand in the way of getting a bill passed and getting people direct stimulus checks and boosted federal unemployment benefits, because they fundamentally agree, both Democrats and Republicans, that the American people need more stimulus, and they agree that there needs to be money for a virus plan to help the economy recover from the virus. So he said between both of those things, they agreed on, and we should see final details on what this second stimulus bill will have in it. And finally, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell officially broke with White House on stimulus negotiations yesterday on Thursday, saying that Republican lawmakers won't support a massive second stimulus bill that the White House and Democrats are currently talking about. The Kentucky Republican rejected the idea of a second stimulus bill that is larger than $1.8 trillion, and he deemed that his own $500 billion plan was more appropriate for what is going on with the virus right now. McConnell explained how there are discussions going on between Treasury Secretary Mnuchin and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi about a higher amount and a larger stimulus bill, but that's not what he's going to do, and he's not going to put that on the floor for a vote. He said there's no chance he's even going to put that for a vote in the Senate. He said the Senate will be voting on Monday to pass his $500 billion second stimulus bill, and he explained how his members think that what they laid out, $500 billion, which is highly targeted, is the best way to go. So ultimately, that's what he's going to put on the floor to vote. So ultimately, Mitch McConnell said that even though the president is talking about a much larger amount, Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi are also talking about a bill that is at least $1.8 trillion, he won't be able to sell that size of a stimulus bill to his members, and he's not even going to put it up for a vote. So this is huge news because ultimately, in order for a second stimulus bill to pass, it has to pass the House, the Senate, and the President. So what that means is that even if Nancy Pelosi and President Trump and Stephen Mnuchin can all agree, it's ultimately still not going to pass into a law if Mitch McConnell and the Senate don't vote on it and don't pass it. So anyways, that's just a quick update on what's going on with the second stimulus check and second stimulus package. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.